What's up, my Goyim friends? I was just thinking, at one time, the events that would take place, there was a space between them, like every 10 years, every decade, something would happen. All these laws and things that were waiting in the wings would be shoveled through quickly. They were just waiting for whatever to shove all this stuff through. The crime bill, Patriot, all that stuff, right? But there was always a gap between them. And I've noticed, it makes me think of like the birth pangs, right? As we get closer to this, they're getting tighter and tighter. Shit's taking place faster and faster. And I think that the last handful of cards to be played are going to be in rapid succession. I believe it's going to be like how the speed of the data centers have gone up and all this and AI being rolled out. It's going to be fast. We can't even get our bearings. So, folks that have been trying to put their head in the sand and, oh, wait, I don't want to talk about that. That's uncomfortable. Imagine when they reach their oh shit moment and they have to then grapple with all of the things at once while we've had time to digest and process all of this and get a grip on it, because the answer to fear is knowledge. And if you were one of those that has run from it your whole life, imagine having to grapple with all that at once. These folks are going to be a mess. And yes, I've seen some positive things. People know now. But are people going to take knowledge and put it into real world action and do something? I don't think so. We've got the mainstream news talking about famine. Famine? Do you see anybody out like, oh, we need to do community gardens? Anything? No. What the hell happened? Like in the 1930s, the year that they, or the era they took gold. Yeah, let's see, Executive Order 6102, I believe. Yeah, it was done by FDR. But anyway, that time, these folks had skills. They knew what it was like to work to live off the land. We are detached. It only takes about a generation or two, and we're screwed. Like, look at us compared to if you're about my age, I'm 43. Compared to my grandparents' age. Now take Gen Z, like my child's age, compared to me. And look at them gaps right there. We like to look down our nose and laugh at Gen Z, but it's like, we're the same damn thing. There's no difference, actually. So, we really need to start getting things straight in our minds so we can have the answers when these people are going to need them. Because if they don't, and if they can't get things straight, they're going to start making choices out of fear. And they're going to end up being corralled into these data centers. And after they fail, we got these structures now built. And they look like Walmarts. Oh, Brandon said it. Walmart laws. But anyway, but they do. No windows. In sociology, there is a law of, this is like a blanket rule of thumb thing. The populace that will not go, excuse me, it's late and I'm about to pull some slots here. I don't care. I just drove like 40 minutes from home and I'm going to pull some slots. I don't give a crap. I'm sleep deprived. But anyway, it is the 70 20 10 rule. And this is a sociologist's study that they go by. Like, this is, their priests in the white lab coats. This is their rule of thumb. 70% will ride the fence. 20% will not go along with it, or sorry, scratch that. 20% will always do what they're told, no matter what. Will always do what they're told. 10% are going to resist, and they're not going to go along. And then a percentage of that 10, sorry, there'd be one more group in there somewhere, but you cannot rehabilitate. No re-education for them, right? But if you were to take the population of this country, or at least what we think it is, who knows what it actually is, and break that down and put that into the space someone needs to be housed. Now, this can be for college dorms. They go by the same exact rule of thumb that I'm speaking about here. Or prisons, same exact rule of thumb here. Okay, so communal living, they always go by this rule of thumb every time, and they've done this since shit a long time, man, probably like 1920s, 30s, and that's just my guess. They need I forgot how many cubic feet it is, but I broke all this down one night just because I got a little voice, a little birdie told me to do this, and I broke it down, and I broke that figure down into the overall square feet of these data centers, and it ended up equating flawlessly. Like, I should write all this down and show you guys sometime. I'm just like, oh shit. So maybe they're meant to fail. Maybe they are meant to fail, and now we all of a sudden got these structures, and you know what they're going to be for. No windows, concrete, reinforced, lights on 24 hours a day. I mean, they're dystopic fucking hellholes. That you would need ventilation like no other, like you've never seen. You would need an HVAC like's never been made. Like cooling servers, maybe? Tons of water. Tons. I mean, I broke it all down, and it was pretty wild. I forced myself to kind of do the math, and then I used AI to help me see if it matched up, and it did. Like, exactly. It's probably not making lots of sense without me demonstrating this, but I guess back to the point. But they are going to be corralled into these places, corralled into bad choices, corralled into being the damn brown shirts, and informing on whoever, because they're going to be afraid. So have these answers. We are in the spot we are in because we have not grappled with the obvious truths, the uncomfortable things, like as in jet fuel cannot take down a concrete rebar reinforced leviathan of a building. You can have 20 planes smack that thing. Guess what? It's not coming down. Okay, so things like this, since we have left them, let that stuff go, and never let it come to mass where we're like, hey, wait a minute, that's screwed up. Like, no one talks about it, right? Things like that. Since we haven't resolved this, it's like it's coming faster and faster and faster. We need to do something about it. And even if that's just we need to talk, speak. I don't care if folks don't want to hear it. Say it. Especially now. Now is our open window to talk about these things, because it's undeniable now. Okay, a lot of this is. You can see the patterns. But some hills are worth dying. Some things are worse than death. And losing your spirit to save your own flesh is one of those. Have principles. Have the answers people are going to need. Figure out what you stand for. These are all things we need to know. We should have already known. Most of you here probably have already done this. You probably already know these things because you're listening to me, right? And I wish we weren't all spread so thin like we were. We can make a hell of a community. Imagine 10,000 of us in one town. Well, they'd probably just drop a frickin' hellfire missile on us, but imagine how difficult it would be to to pull their stupid crap. Oh, you're gonna wear this mask. You're gonna do that. Yeah, right. But we're spread thin, but it's because we're so powerful. This is why. We need to recognize the power that we have. Okay? We do. I mean, we just need to recognize it. Who are you? What do you stand for? And ignite this in people. We have to do this. Just the fact that you understand means that you are obligated to do so. We can't run from this. We know because we are supposed to do something with it. You are liable now. You are responsible now because you understand, right? So this is what we need to deal with. But just know the stuff's going to come in rapid succession. So be prepared for the crescendo. And I guess that's it. I wanted to complain to the screen, and I'm going to go into this place. Yeah, buddy. And I'm going to go and win a bunch of money, and I will be talking to you guys when I buy an island. You can all come and live with me. I would take every one of you, pretty much all of you, as far as I know.